So, up next, we have Andrea Hunt. This bio might sound familiar to you because earlier I did mistake two bios together. So, please welcome Andrea Hunt. She is a transformational coach and EFT practitioner. She empowers women in business to boost their confidence by unraveling and clearing beliefs relating to imposter syndrome, self-doubting narratives, and insecurities using EFT tapping. The emotional freedom technique is a powerful mind-body tool that removes emotional blocks that hold women back so that they, can have successful lives. And I'm super excited to have you join us here today. Thank you so much, Andrea.
Hi, thank you so much for the warm welcome. I am so excited to be here. And so today I want to talk to you about the importance of your emotional health for both your business and also in your personal life. So I want to tell you a little bit about this really cool mind-body technique called EFT tapping. So first of all, being able to manage your emotions is actually a superpower. And after the speech, you'll probably understand more why. So first of all, EFT tapping can be used to prevent negative emotions. It can be used to clear and even recalibrate emotions when something bad has already happened. It can be used to clear the emotional stories that we have within ourselves about self-doubt or maybe the things that cause lack of confidence. They are affecting our emotional health because they're creating fear and anxiety and worry within our lives. So let's start simple. So what is emotional health? So emotional health, it basically involves the ability to control, manage, and also express our emotions in a healthy way. So we are emotional beings after all, and many of our actions and impulses are unfortunately led by our emotions. So you might be asking yourself, okay, so what impact does that have? Well, let me give you a scenario and you see if you can relate to this or not. Let's say you woke up in a good mood, you're rested, you're calm, you had a great weekend, you're walking down the street, somebody bumps into you, maybe they step on your foot by accident, they apologize, you say, hey, no worries, and you walk off and you carry on with your day. You have a great day. However, let's think of the other scenario. Let's imagine that you're exhausted, overworked, stressed, and already crabby, and a stranger knocks into you. That's something else altogether, isn't it? You might explode on a total stranger. You might scream at them. Maybe you even get to your office and have a cry later because you're already in a frazzled state. So as you can see, we had different emotional responses to the same exact situation just based on our emotional state. One was a healthy response and the other one was probably not helpful. So what does that have to do with emotional health? Well, today, as we're talking about burnout, it should be worth mentioning that Deloitte had a report lately that up to 50% of women during the last few years have reported experiencing burnout. And this is hardly surprising given the last couple of years with the pandemic and all of the added responsibilities that a lot of women had both inside or, in their careers and jobs. So the problem with this is usually that when most of us get into very stressful situations, we're just not really sure how to manage our emotions, especially when we have times of severe stress. So what happens? It builds up, it builds up, it builds up. And at some point, our body or our mind stops us. We might emotionally just have a breakdown. Our body might stop us by getting sick. We crash physically, emotionally, and in every single way. So today I want to talk about how we can take care of our emotional health because we want to avoid that kind of burnout. So it's important to understand that when we're in an emotionally healthy place, we're in control of our thoughts, feelings, and our behaviors. We're able to cope with life's challenges. Doesn't mean life is perfect, doesn't mean we've eliminated all problems, but we're more resilient when those things happen so we can bounce back easier. But that's unfortunately not what most of us do. Many of us don't stop and regulate our emotions and recalibrate, so we often can spiral out of control. And all the while, we're telling ourselves we don't have time to take care of ourselves. We don't have time to meditate. We don't have time to exercise. We don't have time to cook a healthy meal. And this is especially one of the biggest issues that I see with my female clients is that they might be putting everybody and everything first. And the fact is, we can't be anything to anyone if we're not taking care of ourselves, emotionally and physically. We have to put our oxygen mask on first. So let me tell you about a really helpful tool that will help with that. So how does EFT tapping actually help you manage your emotional health? Well, EFT stands for the Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's a little bit of funny looking mind-body tool, but it helps you to regulate your feelings, clear negative emotions, recalibrate your feelings, can empower you with positive affirmations, and create more empowering and helpful beliefs. So I have been using EFT tapping on my own for the last 10 years for basically every situation under the sun, from studying for finals exams to going to interviews to breakups to, arguments with my parents. And now I can use it with my clients. I used to be one of those people who would get completely derailed by one thing in the morning, and the rest of my day I was just bumping into people and situations, just reacting and exploding. Now I'm thankful to say that I am not like that anymore. So the Emotional Freedom Technique uses finger tapping on acupuncture points on the face along the body's energy meridians, and it calms the body's fight, flight, or freeze response. And it's best used in 3 different ways I'm going to tell you about. The first is as a preventative technique. The second is responsive. And the third is a clearing technique for limiting beliefs and also our self-doubt. So the first one is preventative. So my advice is always to use EFT tapping as part of your morning routine. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. There's even the Tapping Solution app. And basically, if you take 5 to 15 minutes in the morning at the beginning of your day to ground yourself, to center yourself, you're much less likely to be as reactive emotionally to the things that are happening in the rest of your day. So remember, prevention is always key. However, this brings us to the second way that it can be used. It can be used as a method to recalibrate throughout the day. So things can always happen. We just simply don't have control of everything that goes on around us. We might get an email from a boss that really makes us upset. Maybe our kids do something. Maybe our partner said something. Maybe we're stuck in traffic and now we're late. There's a million things that can possibly happen. And it's so important to be able to to take our power back and get ourselves back into an emotionally grounded and centered place. So we're not just reacting to every single thing that happens around us. And this is one of those times where you can use those same videos or tapping meditations and just take 5 to 15 minutes, sit in your car in a parking lot, excuse yourself to go to the restroom, take a walk, however you can get away from everybody and everything for just a few minutes to calm yourself down so you can go back to the situation in a clear head. And the third method that I wanted to tell you about, that is the one that I use with my clients, and it's using EFT for our self-doubting narratives and some of the core limiting beliefs that we might have that are causing us anxiety, stress, and worry and fear. Let me give you an example of how this might show up. So let's say, as an 8-year-old kid, let's say you had a book report and you're supposed to read it in front of the class. You go up there, the teacher says a snide comment. Everybody laughs at you. So what beliefs did you take out of that situation? You probably believe that I'm a bad public speaker. It's not safe to be seen. Maybe you don't feel that you can talk without everybody criticizing you, and you carry that into adulthood. And so suddenly your boss wants you to present something to a client, and you're gripped with anxiety and fear that you're going to mess it all up. And that's one of the really common ones. But there's also other limiting beliefs, like people have, I'm a fraud. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm weak if I ask for help. So these are the ones that I work with my clients on, because these kind of beliefs create such heightened anxiety and fear that people put extra pressure on themselves, that create all sorts of problems, some of them physical. Maybe they can't sleep or eat because of them. And it also can cause people to avoid situations or procrastinate. So this is why EFT is so powerful, because when you clear back the layers of these beliefs, think about it. Can you imagine the difference in how you would show up for a meeting if you believed in yourself and had more confidence instead of believing that you're a fraud? So in conclusion, stress happens, life happens, but having the right tools to be able to manage your emotions and are imperative for your success and you're on a daily basis. So now I've told you 3 different ways that you can use EFT to manage your emotional health and be in control of your emotions. Take your power back. I hope that you can also look up and use this superpower, and I hope that it's piqued your interest. So whatever the situation is, that EFT tapping can save the day. I can't wait to hear if it works for you, and please reach out to me at my website, www.drea.com, with any questions that you have. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful to be here.
Thank you, Andrea. I appreciate it. It was an awesome topic that you shared with us today. I was doing the techniques as you were sharing it with us. It's always helpful, beneficial. It really did work. I feel more centered. So I love practicing that. It's something that I kind of newly integrated into my life. So I just want to thank you so much for sharing that. Our last speaker on this subject for health and wellness and how to avoid burnout, we have a very special guest. Her name is Crystal Casey. Crystal is an author, instructor, and empowerment coach who has overcome personal adversity to become a leader in the field of self-care and self-improvement. After years of traditional treatment for pain and emotional trauma, she discovered the healing power of yoga and eventually opened her own studio. However, life took a drastic turn when her husband was charged with sexual abuse against a minor and subsequently passed away. Despite her immense grief and trauma, she found the strength to persevere for the sake of her 5 children. Through the months of self-care, self-intimacy, and self-love, Crystal discovered a new level of resilience and inner strength. She is now on a mission to help others harness their feminine power and step confidently into their future. I just want to welcome Crystal. You are a true inspiration to many, and I just want to thank you for empowering women everywhere. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Ladies, do you ever feel like there's something holding you back in your business? Like you aren't quite living up to your full potential, or like something's missing? What if I told you that the key to unlocking your true potential as an entrepreneurial woman is to embrace your sexuality and feminine power? What did she just say? Yes, I know. It may sound unconventional, but hear me out. Close your eyes. Go with me. Close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to just imagine waking up each day feeling energized and excited to tackle the day. Imagine feeling confident and sexy and powerful in your skin and bringing that fire into everything that you do. Imagine watching your business grow and blossom and thrive. Open your eyes. As women, we have the power to change the world, to break generational cycles, to create freedom, love, abundance, peace. But in order to do that, like some of the other women said already, we get to take care of ourselves first. We get to infuse our lives with our creativity and our passion, and we get to tap into our sensuality and our sexuality to bring that fire into our business. I'm here to tell you that it's possible, and it starts with taking care of yourself in the bedroom. Listen, when we step into our sexuality, and we embrace our feminine power, we gain confidence, authenticity, creativity, and motivation. All of which are essential for business success. So today we're going to explore how embracing your sexuality and feminine power can lead to increased productivity, empathy, impact, and resilience in the workplace. We're going to talk about how applying these concepts will help you see real results in your business. So, are you ready to turn up the heat and up your energy on your passion and creativity? I know you are. So let's dive in. And let's talk about 8 ways that embracing your sexuality can seriously ignite your business success. Number 1, embracing your sexuality can lead to an increase in confidence and assertiveness in the workplace. This can help you speak up for yourself, to make your ideas known, And this can help you be more successful in negotiations and in meetings. This confidence will help you to speak your truth, to share your ideas freely, and to help you not be afraid to ask for what it is that you really want. Number 2, one of the most powerful things that you can do as an entrepreneur is to be true to yourself. When you embrace your femininity and your sexuality, you become more authentic and more relatable. And this can lead to a greater success because you are more genuine in your interactions with other people, with everyone around you. You're also going to be more empathetic because you're more in tune with your own emotions and you're more aware and understanding of the emotions of those around you. So this is going to lead you to deeper connections with your colleagues, your clients, your partners, your team. And this doesn't only help you grow your business, but this is the good stuff. This is what matters in life. It's what it's all about. Step number 3, embracing your femininity and your sexuality can lead to an increase in your creativity and innovation. Think about it. When you're not afraid to express yourself, you can think outside of the box. You can come up with new, fresh ideas. When you're confident and you're bold, you get to play, explore, discover, create something new, something that you wouldn't otherwise. Number 4, embracing your sexuality impacts your branding and marketing. What? Yes, being authentic and true to yourself is an important aspect of your branding and marketing. By embracing your sexuality and feminine power, you can create a unique and compelling brand that really resonates with your target audience. Take Rihanna, for example. Rihanna is known for her bold, unapologetic approach to fashion and beauty. And this is reflected in her brands. Fenty Beauty is known for its inclusive and diverse shade range. It caters to all skin tones and is super inclusive in terms of representation in their marketing campaigns. Savage X Fenty is a lingerie brand that celebrates all body types, all sizes. It encourages self-expression and self-love. So Rihanna is really using her own personal style and her confidence as a way to connect with her target audience. And it helps her to promote her brands. Her approach to branding and marketing is all about embracing femininity, sexuality, inclusivity, and this has been a big part of her success. Step number 6, embracing sexuality and feminine power can help you become more resilient. So just like Andrea was talking about with the emotional resilience, being resilient is super important when you're a boss babe, right? When you're running your own business. And when you feel comfortable and confident in your own skin, you're better equipped to handle the stress and the challenges that come up in the workplace. You're likely to bounce back from setbacks and to keep going. That means you're going to overcome your challenges and you're more likely to succeed. Number 7, when you're standing in your full power, you're more motivated to achieve your goals, to succeed in business. And this increased motivation leads to increased productivity, which means expansion, business growth. Becoming confident and sexy is actually going to help you become more successful. And number 8, when you embrace your sexuality and feminine power, you tend to have a greater impact in the world. And this is because you're more confident, authentic, and motivated to make a difference in your industry. When you show up and you be who you are, you get to impact everyone around you. And this leads to positive change in your business, in your industry, in the world. It's important to note, though, when I'm saying embrace your sexuality and feminine power, ladies, I'm not saying to be sexual or provocative in a business environment, okay? So we're not hiking up skirts and letting the girls out. Put them away. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about being comfortable in your own skin, being true to yourself and who you are. It's about embracing and owning your unique femininity and using it to your advantage in the business world. This can mean being more assertive, being more in tune with your emotions and the emotions of others, being more open to taking risks, or being more creative. It's also important to note that everyone's version of femininity and sexuality is unique to them. It means different things to different people. There's no one right way to be sexy. The key is to find what works for you and to be true to yourself. And by doing this, you achieve your full potential. You make a positive impact. So, are you ready to step into your full power as an entrepreneur and to embrace your unique femininity and sexuality? Because when you do, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. You gain the confidence, authority, creativity, and motivation to take your business to new heights. Embracing your sexuality and femininity, it can be the key to unlocking your true potential as a businesswoman. So I encourage you to take a step back. Reflect on what it means to you to embrace your feminine side, to embrace your sexuality. And I encourage you to start taking steps towards making it a part of your professional life. If you're not sure where to start, I can help. Connect with me. We'll set up a free one-on-one confidence call where I will help you create your own personal mini empowerment plan with steps that you can take immediately to start igniting that fire. Remember, when you own your femininity and your sexuality, you empower yourself and those around you. So let's pave the way, ladies, for a more authentic and successful business world. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Crystal. I loved it. I love the journey that you take us on. All right.
Thank you.
So we have some fun stuff coming up next. If you are a ticket holder, you got your ticket. Right now it is raffle time. I want to go ahead and preface that. Make sure that you are going to claim your prize within 48 hours. I did put some instructions down below. You're going to email us at info@sherisestudios.com. Please make sure it's within 48 hours. Email us that you are a prize winner. We already have the notes on the back end, so we can go ahead and check that for you. So I'm going to go ahead and start my little drum roll sound effect on the back end. For our first prize, it is, I'm going to have 2 printed copies of the December issue, Becoming a Self-Made Woman, and the January issue as well. And the prize is Sarah Jane Layton. Woo-hoo. So you have your copy of the magazine Becoming an Unstoppable Woman, December and January issue. Go ahead and email us within the 48 hours to claim your prize, and we will send that over to you. Congratulations. There's a lot of awesome tips, and we had so many amazing women that were featured as articles in there. So congratulations. Our next raffle is going to be from Angela Bell. She is also a speaker here today. You might know her as the Inspired and Profitable Mompreneur. She is raffling off a goal setting and achievement setting for mompreneurs. So I'm going to go ahead and let's get started. The winner is Shelby Decker. All right, Shelby, so you have 48 hours to go ahead and claim your prize. You're going to email info@SheRiseStudios. I'm super excited. Angela Bell is an amazing woman who has lots of tips to be sharing with you. So please do claim your prize. Okay, so up next, we have a gift from Martina Kwan. She is going to be sharing 8 steps to stop procrastinating in its tracks. Play on words, and you'll know why a little bit later today. So Martina, for the prize winner, let's see who we have. It is Caroline Passmore. So Caroline, if you're listening here today, go ahead and email us info@sherisestudios.com. Claim your prize within 48 hours. And you have your 8 steps to stop procrastinating from Martina Kwan. That's what we have for the first raffle. There is still another raffle time that's going to be taking place around 2:30. So please stay tuned for more raffle prizes. We're super excited. And I have one more special one that's coming from She Rises Studios. This is one of 2 website ones that we're giving away today. This special website one. I'm sorry, this special prize. I just slipped up. It is a website. So we're going to be giving away $1,000 website giveaway. It's going to have your domain name, your hosting for a year, your professional email, an SSL certificate. You're going to get unlimited revisions before your final approval. You get up to 4 custom pages, basic on-page SEO, all the good stuff, honestly. So if you are watching live today, let me go ahead and see who our winner is for this website. And it's Leah Cicero. I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong, but Leah Cicero. Thank you so much. And that was all for round 1 of raffles. We have so many amazing speakers still to come. I'm super excited, and I want to thank everyone who has joined us here today as a speaker, as a guest, and for you watching us at home. We always appreciate it. If you're watching and catching the replay, I hope you're having fun, having some popcorn, relaxing, and enjoying yourself. Today was really all about upping your energy in life and business for this year, 2021, with over 20 speakers. We got to kick it off with Joy Bauer. It's been an amazing morning thus far, and early afternoon. So I'm super excited. We are going to be jumping over to, in just a minute, our next topic is collaboration overcome. Oh no, excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's actually how to successfully brand, market, and automate your business to gain visibility and success in strategy. I'm super excited about this one. We have so many awesome speakers, but this is obviously a biggie in the world of business, and it's something that we all struggle to find. And I'm super excited to lead that with a very special guest speaker. So I'll let her start in just a moment. I do want to say thank you so much to our beautiful CEO and founder, Hannah Olivas, for paving the way and creating this amazing summit. She was supposed to be hosting today and is out sick, so please do keep her in your prayers. Thank you so much, Mama, and I appreciate you and love you, and I hope you're enjoying and getting the rest that you so much deserve and need. So without further ado, I am going to bring up our next guest speaker. I'm super excited. Her name is Samantha Shepard. She is from Pennsylvania and thrives each day with Jesus and lots of coffee. She has 2 beautiful daughters that keep her super busy alongside her husband. They have built a 7-figure business in the financial service industry. This has allowed her to experience all the ups and downs about building a business and the road to success, and really helps to show how passionate she is about sharing it with other women entrepreneurs. With a degree in marketing and over 20 years of experience in this field, she is focused on helping other entrepreneurs reach their potential through business and marketing strategies. She also believes that each day should be focused on progress over perfection, especially on the days that are a hot mess. Oh man, I couldn't have said it better myself. So I am gonna let Samantha, hi Samantha, how are you?
Hi.
Jump on in over here. She says her favorite quote is from Eleanor Roosevelt: "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. In the world full of noise, stand out." So beautiful. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It is such an honor to be here on the summit today amongst all of these incredible women. Yes, I am from Pennsylvania. It is very cold here. So I just really wanted to kind of, thank you so much for the introduction. I have been in the world of business and marketing for about 20 years. I love all of the ups and downs and lessons that I've learned. And I love that I have the opportunity to talk about branding and marketing. I am a self-proclaimed marketing nerd at heart. I love reading everything and learning everything I can about this topic so I can really just kind of help other people. When my husband and I first started our business, like many of you probably can relate to this, is there was no guide. There was no step-by-step, here's what you do, here's what you don't do. We were 22 years old and just young and naive enough to just jump in and just try something new. And I'm really thankful that we were able to learn a lot along the way, the good and the bad. And I often think a lot of times when it comes to business growth, we actually learn the most through our failures. So what I want to do today is share with you in the time that I have the five easy steps on how to market your personal brand, because most people don't even know what their brand is. They think that their brand is the products and services that they promote and sell. And although that's part of what you do, your products and services are not necessarily your brand. So if we have to really kind of break that down to a really simplistic form, your brand is kind of who you are, what you stand for, what you want to represent, and it also involves your business. So one of the things we have to start with, ladies and gentlemen, is mindset. I know a lot of the speakers have already talked about, mindset and self-care and taking care of ourselves. But when it comes to branding and marketing, what we don't realize often is that how we think about ourselves is how we come across to the world. So if we don't have confidence in ourselves, if we don't have an organizational plan, if we're not confident in what we're saying and how we're saying it and how we're going to grow, you could have the best product and service in the world. But if you don't believe in it enough to share it with other people, no one's ever really going to learn about it. So all right, so we're going to rip the Band-Aid off today. And I have notes here because I tend to talk a lot. And I want to make sure that I remember everything that I've learned over the past 20 years. I'm going to try to put it in the next 5 minutes. So step number 1, I wish I could talk to you guys. This would be super fun to be engaging, is I want you guys to reframe. I'm going to promote myself to sharing myself. They are completely different things. A lot of times people steer away from marketing their brand or even talking about their business because they don't want to come across salesy. They don't want to come across pushy. They think no one's going to want to hear what they have to say. Well, newsflash, they do. It's all about how we think about ourselves, and that comes across in how we represent it. Let me give you an example. Okay, I'm a marketing and branding consultant, and I help businesses. That's kind of a short clip of what I do. So if I came to you and I said, I'm a branding and marketing consultant. I help people update their websites, put together social media content, put together media kits, and help them with marketing strategy. Pretty boring, right? Like, that's not going to grab anyone's attention. All I did was promote myself and basically list a resume of everything that I do. But if I said, I work in the field of branding and marketing. My job is to make marketing easy for you so you can get back to what you're good at, which is growing your business. That's a lot more appealing, right? You want to be able to put yourself into your promotion and sharing of your business, but I want you to really practice on some verbiage. Grab a girlfriend, grab a business colleague, someone that you trust that you can wordsmith off of, because I want you to go from promoting yourself to sharing yourself, which leads me to number 2. And everybody always hates this one, but it's the elusive 30-second commercial, or some people call it an elevator pitch. We as adults and as humans usually have a very short attention span. So if I came to you and said, tell me what you do, if you can't explain it to me in 30 seconds or less, I'm already paying attention to something else. So the biggest thing with a 30-second commercial is you have to really understand that time is of a premium. And what that means is that you have very, very short window to grab their attention. So a 30-second commercial or an elevator pitch needs to be basically saying who you are, what you do, a problem that your business solves, and how you solve it. Now, that might sound like a lot of things in 30 seconds. What I want you to do is I want you to answer all those 4 questions. I want you to write every thought possible, and then I want you to start paring it down. Because once you get that 30-second commercial down, you're going to find out that it's going to be 10 times easier to really, really market your business and your brand, because you're going to have a very clear, concise thought on how to communicate what you do. And by doing it over and over, that's going to help you build your confidence. So you're going to want to share it more and more. Number 3. All right. Engage with your audience. Yes, you actually have to talk to people. Too many people I speak with, they think by just putting a simple post out on Facebook, it's going to grow their business. No, that's part of it. But what comes next? It's the engaging. It's the relationship. It's very, very important to not only share who you are and what you do, but then you have to engage back. I always believe that you must be a selfless leader first. And it's always better to give first and receive later. If we want people to really kind of resonate with who we are and what we do and have that influence over their buying decisions or who they share referrals with, we have to be able to share first. I always like to give tips away, and I have workbooks that I like to give away of things that I've learned that have helped me that I can help others. But the biggest thing with number 3, engaging with your audience, is follow up. It's not like you can just talk to somebody one time and then you don't speak to them for 6 months and wonder why they're not a customer. Follow up, follow up, follow up. One of the keys to eliminate future prospecting in your business and a way to create customers to come to you on a regular basis is, wait for it, create a systemized, consistent follow-up plan. My husband and I have been in business in the financial world, in the one business that we have, for about 20 years. He and I don't ever have to look for referrals anymore because we spent the first large chunk of our business taking really, really good care of our clients. We are always providing them with education, value-driven information, telling them that we appreciate them, letting them hear from us multiple times a year. Do a gut check, ladies and gentlemen. Are you doing that kind of follow-up with your clients? Because if not, that might be a way to kind of reverse and then go ahead with putting together a good follow-up plan in place so you can do that. All right, number 4. Pick the right occasions to share your message. All right. Show of hands. I know I can't see you, but pretend that I can. How many of you are up watching late night television? Have you ever noticed the commercials are usually for fast food? Why? We usually get hungry at night, right? Why do you think fast food commercials usually do a large amount of advertising in the late night hours? Because most people want to binge eat. They're hungry. They usually make bad decisions when it comes to eating then. The same comes with your business. You have to think about timing and the right places to share about your business. Okay. For example, if you know you have a launch for something coming up in 7 days, work back 7 days. 7 days prior, start talking about, a new project that you're working on that you can't wait to launch with people, a problem that you can't wait to share that you have the solution to, and kind of work your way up to it. The timing of how you share and market your brand is really, really important. Okay. All right. Number 5. You ready? I hope you guys are taking notes. I wish I could talk to all of you, but repeat, repeat, repeat. Repeat, repeat, repeat. That is the most simple marketing strategy ever. Did you know that it takes 7 to 10 times of your repeated same message for anyone to even remember what you say? I learned that in college, and that was a couple years ago. But we have to understand that you are the guru for your business. You know, in the ins and outs, the ups and downs, you know everything, but not everybody else does. There are thousands of messages that are thrown at people on a daily basis for marketing, branding, all the things in between. You need to be the loudest, most consistent, positive voice in people's ears and on their screens for them to ever remember your message. So repeat, repeat, repeat. You need to be clear. You need to be concise. And ladies and gentlemen, in a world full of noise, don't ever be afraid to stand up and stand out. If you have any questions about marketing, or if you just want to kind of have someone's brain to pick for a marketing strategy, I would love to talk to you. My website is SamanthaShepardConsulting.com. I'm on all the social channels too. But it was an honor to speak to you today. I hope these 5 tips helped you kind of revamp a way and a strategy for you to market your brand. So get out there and share it.